Right, Cathal. So just a quick video on that strum pattern that we were doing. So it's a little bit simpler than the one in Wonderwall, but it still gets that idea across pretty well of, just going down, up, down, up, down, up the whole time with your hand and getting, an interesting rhythm. So so before you start with something like this, it's a good idea just to maybe, hold an E minor or any chord or even just mute the strings and just go down, up, just like that, just to kind of get used to that motion, okay? Just, as long as you need. So the pattern that we wrote down was sort of down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Now, as I said, you don't need to remember a big series of down, down, up, and whatnot. You just need to know how it sounds, and if you keep this going, the downs and the ups will sort themselves out by themselves. Okay, so I'm just going to use an E minor. I won't do any chord changes, and I'll just do that particular rhythm reasonably slow. So just to go over it once, it's down, down, up, down, up. Now I'm kind of exaggerating the hand movements here just to get the idea across, but you see what I mean. So if you weren't listening, you'd probably think it was just. So, but obviously, I'm just not hitting all of them, right? So that's the key, and that's what kind of keeps you locked into the rhythm. So I'll just so if you want to play along with this, I'll do about maybe 8 bars of it, and then you can just skip back, play again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Yeah, so that's just a nice kind of basic one to get going on that idea. But the whole point of it is that you could sort of start off on a rhythm like that, and then because you're kind of going, all the strums that you could really want are kind of there already. You can just change it up as you like. Just skip one that you wouldn't otherwise skip, hit one that you wouldn't otherwise skip, or otherwise hit, and it's you can just sort of change things at the drop of a hat, and it just kind of keeps the rhythm chugging along. And as for the actual movement of it. So the main movement is obviously with your elbow, but then the more subtle parts of it, kind of with your wrist. So keep your wrist kind of limber. Definitely don't be kind of too stiff, and try and avoid, obviously. So when you're coming, so hanging up here and waiting to go back down, just keep it going. And if you find yourself doing that, if you find yourself sort of, you know, tightening up here, waiting, and then going down when it should be just passing over the strings and coming up, then just go back to muting it and just doing that. And then just like that. All right, I'll see you next Saturday. All right, keep it up.